Yo, what's happening everybody? King GBL here and welcome back to a brand new Go Battle League video. Today I'm going to be showcasing a really fun team with Sableye in the front, Zangoose is the safe swap, and Medicham in the back. This team actually done surprisingly well, and Zangoose, he just absolutely destroys Sableye. It does quite decently against Gardevoir. Well, it gets, taken out very quickly as you're about to see here, but you can kind of tag team Gardevoir with Zangoose and Sableye, and the opponent actually comes in here in the first match with a defense form Deoxys. I feel like a lot of people don't realize what this Pokemon is all about, and we actually get off with a second Night Slash. Guys, I do want to say before we get into the video, please drop a like, it'd be very much appreciated. It helps out these videos, helps the channel grow. And big shout out to everybody who watched yesterday's Gardevoir video. I think so far that's one of my best performing videos, so thank you everybody who checked that out. If this is your first time here, please drop a sub on the channel. I'm uploading about 5 times per week with some really fun Go Battle League videos. And for those of you guys who have been watching the videos, I want you guys to quickly go down, just quickly check, make sure that subscribe button is hit. As a result, you're going to get some really fun Go Battle League videos, so it's a win-win for everybody. With all that being said guys, let's get into it. And if you're already subscribed to the channel, make sure you go ahead and add me as a friend in Pokemon Go. And finally, if you want me to know who you are, feel free to let me know your Pokemon Go username if we're friends in Pokemon Go. But with all that out of the way guys, pretty easy matchup right here in the end. As you can see, the Zangoose and Sableye basically tag team the Gardevoir. And we get all the shields off the Gardevoir. I really do love using that Pokemon in this cup. I'm not a big fan of Charm in general, but it is just super strong. In the end, Medicham versus Swampert, we had a shield advantage and we were able to take that quite comfortably. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I get super lucky with the Night Slash boosts on Zangoose. This Pokemon is just an absolute ton of fun to use, and it completely walls Sableye. So we get another, well actually this is a good lead this time. The opponent swaps out into Gardevoir, and we're just gonna swap into our Zangoose here, go for a charge move. We usually get shields off the Gardevoir, but the Gardevoir lets it go this time, and the opponent comes back in with the Medicham. We get the unnecessary boost right there, but we do get a little bit of extra damage, which is fantastic. I can basically let this go and go for a couple of foul plays, not Night Slash. Let's see what the opponent wants to do here. Yeah, so let that go, which is fantastic, and I can, just about Shadow Claw down, and in comes their own Sableye. So right here, I'm happy enough. I should be able to get 50% health or shield, and at this point we can come in with Medicham. If you're in the scenario where you've got a slight shield advantage, you can basically go straight Power Up Punch, because with the Half Dark typing, these counters are neutral. So as you're about to see here, they're just going to start chunking and chunking even more, and it's getting to the point here where we're actually almost doing as much damage as the Shadow Claws from the Sableye to the Medicham. We're just going to keep building up to the Ice Punch to threaten the stronger move, and yeah, the opponent shields up here finally. We actually can just go straight Power Punch at this point, which is absolutely fine. We're slightly outpacing here, and yeah, we actually swap out to the Sableye and eat this foul play on the Sableye. I think I should have just went for the Ice Punch there, but I guess we just about take it. We take it in the most awkward way possible. I probably could have got off an Ice Punch on the Sableye, but GG's to the opponent. And as you can see there, Medicham in the back is very nice. You're going to see some Steel types later on. The way I was sort of thinking about this team is Zangoose is a really strong safe swap. It has some play against Gardevoir. You can tag team Gardevoirs with the first two Pokemon, Sableye and Zangoose. And of course, you're going to need something in the back to handle those Steel types, which can be a little bit tricky. And we have a funny lead here. I didn't even know what this thing was running. I know it can run Earthquake or something, but the opponent actually lets that go, and I just safe swap into my Zangoose, and in comes the Gardevoir. I think I throw in bad timing here, but you just can't really throw in good timing against Gardevoir. You just want to get your move off, because look how quickly it chunks, and we just about don't get the Night Slash off. But at this point we can just farm all the way down with Sableye, and we're sort of hoping Sableye's done its job here, because obviously with the Psychic typing in the front. But yeah, the opponent actually lets that go, which is going to turn out to be a mistake here. And you guys know what's coming. It's going to be the Power Up Punch counter combo, which can work very well, like I said, against Sableye. Yeah, so the opponent, there's not really a lot they can do. They have to build up to 6 every time. And shielding up a Power Up Punch is just so disgusting. We can just shield this, and the counters already went through. So GG's to the opponent, and that's another good game. So I guess we got, in these matches so far, we've had 2 good leads and 1 pretty bad lead. But with Gardevoir, you can't even consider it a bad lead, because Sableye and Zangoose are your only answers to it really. So you kind of have to do something with the Gardevoir. I like to swap to the Zangoose because Sableye is a little bit stronger against the Psychic types and stuff like that. Here's a pretty bad matchup right here. Zangoose does not do well against this Pokemon. It wins CMP, which is fantastic. So I'm going to just basically try to get a shield off the opponent here. Yeah, so we get a shield back. So I think that's pretty much good enough. We're going to double shield it. Go for the boost. No, so we let it go, which is wise enough, I think. Swampert is one of the hardest answers to Sableye in this meta, which just kind of goes to show how broken Sableye is. But with the health advantage, we can basically get off 1 foul play, and that'll take off the take out the Swampert. We build up to almost the opponent's next Hydro Cannon and decide to fire this off. What does the opponent want to do? They actually shielded up, so I'm like, okay, this is beautiful. Yeah, the opponent might be weak in the back. I probably should have swapped out there, but in comes their own Sableye. So this is great. We actually are able to get off a lot of damage here. And can Medicham take this? The opponent's Sableye, I'm just actually noticing now, it's got 1436 CP. It's not fully powered up. Do we even need to? Yeah, we'll just go for the Ice Punch just to take it out. I might have been able to get away with the Power Punch, but no, I'm not taking any risks. And in comes the low health Swampert, so I'm like, yes, it's a Registeel, it's a yeah, I knew it. Whenever they're coming in with that weak Swampert, you just know it's a Registeel in the back. Look how low health I am. Can I actually do this in time? This is getting really close. The opponent is going to get a move very, very soon. And we catch. It's just absolutely beautiful. I think if I don't catch that, I lose this match. I might have been able to Shadow Claw down, but this is definitely a lot more comfortable. Going for the Power Punch and obviously counter combo. Very, very nice catch by me right there, and that's a good game. Yeah, so as you can see, like, I'm not having, like, you know, super amazing matchups all the time with this. I'm sort of trying to work around. And the really thing that I loved about when I looked at Zangoose, I'm like, huh, that's interesting. So you've got the normal typing, which completely resists Sableye. You've got the close combat, which completely destroys Registeels and any Pokemon like that. And of course, you've got the Night Slash for the psychic types and neutral damage against the Sableye. And of course, you reach the move faster and you win CMP against basically everything. This thing, it's like it's a safe swap, but it's not safe, you know, one of those ones where it's like the typings and the move coverage it's got is great, but the damage it can take from Medicham. And you know, that's quite a nice thing. Like, you can't just swap it in and draw out a Medicham. You're able to get off a Night Slash, and at that point, you can pretty much farm down with your Sableye. So yeah, definitely a big fan of Zangoose, and it's a bit of a harder Pokemon to run for sure, but if you run it in the right scenarios, you can do really well with it. So in the set, we're currently 4-0, which is a fantastic start. I was like, yes, let's go, because I actually lost a lot of games yesterday. Can we win this last game? We're going to safe swap into Zangoose, as we usually do. And the opponent comes in with their Sableye. Big mistake, pal. This is not what you want to do. Like, people have actually done this a couple of times to me yesterday, like just swapping in Sableye. I guess they just don't realize. It's like they see a Shadow Claw user, and maybe people just aren't like fully aware of the typings and stuff like that. You know, you see a Shadow Claw user and you just think, oh, it's a ghost type, but a couple of people made that mistake yesterday, so I got a little bit fortunate. But look how just hard walled that is. The opponent can come back in with Gardevoir. Can we get it? No, we can't get a move off, but we've got it down to like 45% health, and at that point we can farm it down with Sableye. That Gardevoir is a problem. And in comes the Swampert, which is fantastic. We can actually get off this move here. Oh, it's not a Swampert. It's Swampert's little brother. The Cash Dog. Big Cash Dog. The opponent here, are they going to shield? Yep, they're going to shield a Power Punch, which, you know, I'm sure the opponent just wanted to cry after that. We shield up the Mud Bomb because there's no point, you know, risking anything. We can just counter it down or Power Punch it out or whatever. The opponent can't get to the Blizzard in time, and we get a nice little 5-0 set to start off with. Definitely some very good plays by me there, and a couple of misplays by the opponents and stuff like that as well. We're able to handle the Gardevoir quite well, and there are some scenarios where if the opponent plays it better, Gardevoir will, you know, unfortunately just rip you to shreds, because we're kind of like, you know, we don't have a really amazing, there is no amazing answer to Gardevoir really if you think about it, except for like Registeel, but Gardevoir can be a problem. However, if you can dance around it, you can do pretty well against it. So in set 2 of the video, we actually went on a 3-game losing streak. This is already going to be a longer video. So I'm not going to show these 3 losses here, but we get a Swampert lead, which is not good for Sableye. There's a series of swap outs, and in comes their Sableye again. A very cool Lipicat Sableye. Can I let this go? I guess I don't let it go, because I can basically get off this Night Slash, and if they put in shields, go for farm down. Yes, fantastic, and yeah, we just farm it down there. We take the shield disadvantage, but we're going to get off. Are we going to actually shield this? I guess I could go for a close combat right here. I want to get some shields off the opponent because I don't want the Swampert just running rampant with a ton of shields and stuff like that. So we swap into our Medicham here at this point. Try to get off a lot of counter damage. We can tank one Hydro, the second one will take us out. The opponent goes for an Earthquake, which I believe is not the play, unfortunately. Now in this scenario, I should have went for the Power Punch, and in comes a Walrein. Now can we actually take out the Walrein at this low health? Of course not, the opponent is going to get to an Icicle Spear, but look at this. The opponent just about farms us down, and they're on like 15% health here. We'll come in with Zangoose and just basically eat up this this Icicle or Earthquake. Okay, I guess the opponent doesn't realize how glassy Zangoose is, and yeah, in comes Swampert. We'll get off this Night Slash in time. I think we could have tanked a Hydro anyway, Yeah, definitely from that range we could have tanked a Hydro. So either way, it was going to be a good game. The opponent definitely was going for Earthquakes where they shouldn't have. If the opponent went for Icicle Spear, that match would have been a lot closer for sure. But I think in either case, we're definitely going to get off the Night Slash and the Swampert anyway. And we have a neutral lead here. I don't know, like, what is the best play here? I know I'm going to win CMP because I've got a very bad Sableye. It's a lucky Sableye. So I can just kind of stay in here and go for CMP ties. Now, do I shield up here? Okay, I actually let this go. And the opponent goes for a return. Definitely getting some weird matches here. I'm not sure why the opponent's going for a return. I guess they want to just go for the hardest hitting move. Now, can we get off a foul play? We just about get it off here against the Pelipper, which is going to be some very valuable chip. Or a shield. Yep, it is a shield. The opponent actually CMP ties us as well, which you absolutely love to see. Is that a normal occurrence? Does Sableye usually win a CMP? Or is it because I've got bad IVs? I'm not too sure on that one. Now, we actually lag a turn when we switch in here, because we should be able to actually CMP tie this Weller Ball. So at this point, I'm like, this is bullshit. You know, how am I not get, like, that's so annoying. Like, I lag the turn, and the opponent's ahead on energy, but we actually get off this Night Slash first here. So they might have lagged the turn as well. Yeah, and we actually get the sharp attack raise. So let's see what's happening here. We can just farm this down. And in comes Big Reggie. Guys, are you ready for it? Zionic. This is going to be a Zionic moment right here. Boom. Good night. Sweet dreams, Registeel. Sweet dreams, Registeel. That's what I absolutely love about Zangoose. You've got that boom potential, and it just can be a ton of fun. I actually, like I said, did get quite lucky with the Night Slash boosts. So it happens 1 in every 8 Night Slashes. I feel like I was getting like a 75% Night Slash boost on this thing. I got very, very lucky. With Obstagoon, I never get any boosts, so I guess this is just kind of leveling the playing field out a little bit and giving me the boosts. Now, you guys are probably wondering, should I power up Zangoose? Is it actually worth it? Look, guys, I'm not going to be like, you know, I'm not going to go too crazy on it and say like, oh yeah, you definitely need to use this Pokemon. We actually get a Simul swap out here. So we can reach these moves a little bit faster than Altaria. So hopefully we can put a little bit of pressure on here. This is where a boost would be amazing. Look how much we're chunking this Altaria though. We do get to these moves just so much faster. And we're definitely going to put on some shield pressure. We get the sharp attack raise. The opponent goes for the full farm down. They're going to have to shield it or let it go. Let's see what they decide to do. No, it is a good Pokemon for sure. I get a double raise. I get a double attack raise, which was unnecessary there in the end. And we get the perfect alignment with Registeel. And the opponent top left right there. So, should you power it up? It's actually quite a cheap Pokemon to power up. So, like, there's no real massive harm in doing so. I've got, like, decent enough PvP IVs. And it cost me, like, 50k plus the move to power it up. So, if you're willing to invest, like, 100k into it, it's not a bad Pokemon to have for, like, some limited metas. It's not going to be the most insane thing in the world, but it's definitely just a ton of fun to use, and it's actually quite a nice safe swap for this meta. But we get a Shift Tree right here. I was actually a little bit late in swapping in. I wanted to get a few Shadow Claws into my Sableye. And then comes their Sableye. Can we get off the Ice Punch? Yes, we do. So we can get a little bit of chip on this, and the Sableye is not going to have a good time here. Spoiler alert, the Sableye is not going to have a good time. Look how much damage Medicham can do to Sableye, by the way. It's actually kind of crazy. And in comes Zangoose. So we're basically going to just farm the whole way down. Yep, the opponent goes for foul play. As you can see, this thing is super glassy. It just takes an absolute ton of damage. And yeah, we'll just get off this Night Slash, swap into the Sableye. And we've got 2 shields here, so we should be absolutely fine. The Sableye is really low, so this should be absolutely fine. The opponent is going to go for power punches, but at this point it's not going to make much of a difference. It's a 2-shield scenario, and the opponent lets it go as well. Not sure what the opponent's thinking here, to be honest. I guess, like, you know, just play these opponents and you'll do well. I think I played well in a lot of these matches, but I'm seeing some, like, really weird calls by the opponents here today. But GG's nonetheless, GG's nonetheless. We've got Sableye into Registeel, which is an okay matchup. I'm not sure if Sableye actually wins this, but we do want to safe swap into this. And the opponent's actually staying in here. They're going to go for this close combat, which will do an flash cannon. They're going to go for this flash cannon, which would still do a ton of damage. And we're going to get off the close combat. We'll reach the moves, and the opponent lets it go. The opponent lets it go. You love to see it. And in comes the Sableye. We're up to almost 2 Night Slashes right here. So that's number 1. Let's get off number 2 before they even get up to their foul play. We're just Night Slashing the life out of this thing. They let it go as well. And at this point, I think we can actually just farm down. Let's see, do I decide to shield it here? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We're just going to farm all the way. Oh, actually, we're going to go for a Night Slash. I want to try to pressure a shield here, I suppose. The opponent lets that go as well. And in comes Shadow Gardevoir. This is going to be tough. The opponent's got 2 shields right here. And all we can really do is just keep going for Shadow Claws. The opponent is super weak, but can Medicham take it out? Yes, just about. Well, not just about, it was pretty simple. But I think the opponent was going to reach a move quite soon there. I think it takes 9 to reach a move, or 8 to reach Synchronize. From my counting, I think the opponent just reached the 9th charm right there. So we took that in perfect timing. One less fast move and we were just kind of screwed there, but we get a pretty bad lead here for Sableye. We can stay in here, maybe just try and like get a shield off the opponent or whatever. Let's see what we decide to do. I could maybe like chip it and go into Zangoose and try to kind of tag team the Swampert. I think this, like on PV Poke, this is like Sableye's biggest loss. In this scenario, I know that it loses in the 1 shield, so I'm trying to think, like, does this lose the 2 shield? The opponent swaps out to Walrein, which is just an absolute gift. This is just an absolute gift right here. We can just get our Medicham ramped up completely, and yeah, by the time the Swampert comes back in, it's just going to take so much damage from these counters. Can we actually live this? That's the question. We do live this, which is fantastic. We can get off a move in the Swampert. Let's see if the opponent's been counting correctly here. Yes, the opponent has been counting correctly, but we still get off a lot of damage. And at this point I'm like, okay, oh, the opponent actually swaps out to a Registeel, so that's quite interesting. The opponent has a move, I think, here. So we'll swap into our big goose here. It is big goose time, and let's see what we can do here. We're going to go for this close combat off the rip. The opponent obviously knows that we've got it. If I was the opponent here, I might have considered saving the shield for Swampert, just because of how spammy it is. The opponent focus blasts us out of here, and this is rough at this point. So I'm like, oh, and the opponent reaches the move quicker than I thought it would. So I'm like, oh, this is kind of tough here. So what I'm going to have to do is farm up to back-to-back foul plays. The Swampert is at or very close to a move. We get off this, and we're just going to spam it. Yes, we get it, folks. Ladies and gents, we get it. The opponent actually put a mud shot through there, so maybe they were one off. But that's fantastic. Like, I think I played that pretty well. I was trying to farm up to the Zap Cannon, and yeah, we end up eating. I think the opponent just wanted to get off the move as quickly as possible. But yeah, we end up eating the close combat, and GG's to the opponent right there. Sableye into Gardevoir, like I said, this is just a team effort. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, we swap into Zangoose this time, and the opponent comes in with DD. So this is like, I don't know, is this a pretty neutral matchup? Like the counters just absolutely chunk this thing, but we can get off 2 Night Slashes, which threatens a lot of damage on the defense Deoxys here. Yep, so we actually got that down to about 30% health, and we've got a shield advantage, so overall pretty happy with that actually. I do need to shield this here because with the Gardevoir in the back, my Medicham will just absolutely die 1,000 deaths here. But we're getting up a ton of energy. This is only going to be a Psycho Boost, so we can let the Psycho Boost go, of course. And in comes the Gardevoir. We can actually get off probably 2 Night Slashes here, so this is perfect. This is what I mean about tag teaming it. You know, if you can swap into your Zangoose and come back in, you can sort of get something done. And we're going to go for this Ice Punch, but the opponent reaches their move. So unfortunate here. They get to the Shadow Ball. This is going to be a lot to ask of Medicham here. The Medi's on like 25% health. What is in the back? Okay, they come in with the defense Deoxys. That's a bit of a... Yeah, but it is a Swampert. They're just going to spam out this move. So in this matchup here, unfortunately, I don't think there's a lot I could have done. Like, they had a lot of the counters to my team. And yeah, unfortunate guys, but overall, really, really good. We went 4-1 that set. A little bit unfortunate there. But, you know, the opponent had a good team, and that's a GG. I don't think I could have done a lot differently there. But guys, we're up to 23-22. We're trying to make that push up a little bit here. I've got a couple more sets to play, so I'm going to try to come up with a team. But this is the team, folks. This is Zangoose in the Hoenn Cup. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please drop a like in the video. Subscribe to the channel, guys. It is absolutely free of charge, and I'm banging out really good content here, so go on ahead and get subbed. Add me as a friend, and feel free to leave a comment down below. And apart from that, everybody, have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys next time.